So we all know from the Grand Theft Auto 6 leaks last year that released in September that we're going to be getting two protagonists in GTA 6. One being a female Latina woman, that being Lucia, and the other protagonist being a white male who is referred to as Jason. It seems that from the GTA 6 leaked footage last year that we're going to be getting unique romantic options and different interactions with Jason and Lucia, which is going to be one of the very first few times that Rockstar Games will be delving into detail with both of these protagonists, which is going to be very, very interesting. However, apparently this is actually not the first time that Rockstar Games have actually delved into the romance side of things with their titles. That being with their recent title, Red Dead Redemption 2, there was meant to be a romance aspect within the game itself, featuring the protagonist, the main protagonist himself, Arthur Morgan, and one of the other characters in the gang, Sadie Adler. There were meant to be some type of romance there that was going to be built on top, but plans were actually shifted elsewhere. But now it seems with the leaked GTA 6 footage last year and all of the details we've received in all of that leaked footage, that Rockstar Games are actually going to be delving into much more detail with these two main protagonists and the Bonnie and Clyde-like couple of Jason and Lucia. Now, just like with GTA 5, in GTA 6 there is going to be numerous world events that are going to be occurring within the open world in Vice City. Now, particularly there were a few aspects and a few details that were actually identified from the leaked footage last year in September that are going to be featuring numerous and unique romance options that are going to be dependent on the actual player themselves, and this can dictate how the relationship between Jason and Lucia can progress, which is very, very interesting, and which is actually a non-linear aspect that Rockstar Games have been delving into previously with Red Dead Redemption 2. We saw that there were numerous options that you could select for Arthur Morgan to actually do within the open world, which is very, very interesting and actually gives a lot of autonomy to the player. Now, getting into the romance events that are going to be occurring within GTA 6. Now, of course, take this with a grain of salt. It can be subject to change, of course. Now, as you can see, there are a bunch of these events here. Now, the first ones that are very interesting to the eye are the first meeting, second meeting, third meeting, fourth meeting, and fifth meeting. Now, this could be in relation to Jason and Lucia themselves, or it could be in relation to something entirely different. But the interesting thing to actually take away from this particularly is the fact that this could be in relation to Jason and Lucia meeting up for the first few times and actually developing that relationship. Now, as we all know, it is a Bonnie and Clyde-like romantic situation and couple that Jason and Lucia are, but before that all occurs, when their initial meetings happen, it will be very, very interesting to see how that relationship and that romance and love blossoms over time, and how that initial interactions can occur between Jason and Lucia. It will definitely be very, very cool to see, and how that will be progressing with their relationship over time throughout the course of the story itself in GTA 6. Now, the other ones below that are listed there are pragmatic chaotic, pragmatic cool, romantic chaotic, and romantic cool. Now, presumably with these world events, you could be having a situation where you select one of these few options and you could see how it actually plays out. Now, depending on how you actually want to go about things, and this will dictate how the relationship between Jason and Lucia progresses, but simply due to the fact here, we can see that pragmatic, meaning that Jason, or whoever the protagonist that you are actually selected as, can either go as pragmatic, meaning dealing with the situation in more of a logical and practical way, rather than actually going down the route of being romantic, either chaotic or cool. And this can therefore dictate what future scenarios and situations throughout the story between Lucia and Jason can actually occur when you actually progress through the story of GTA 6. Now, some other world romantic events that were actually identified in the GTA 6 leaked footage last year that is in reference, well, what we assume or presume is in reference to Jason and Lucia, is radio song Pragmatic Cool, radio song Pragmatic Chaotic, radio song Romantic Cool, and radio song Romantic Chaotic. Now, I thought this one was pretty interesting. Now, an example of this could potentially be is that, let's say if the situation between Lucia and Jason is getting pretty heated, Jason or Lucia could opt for actually selecting a song on the radio station that could actually play out romantically, or a song that is meant to be as romantic, or a song that is just pragmatic, and that actually downplays any potential romanticized situations occurring between Lucia and Jason, which could be very, very interesting, and therefore can dictate what can occur later on throughout the story. Now, the other ones listed below is Riding Pillion Romantical, Riding Pillion Romantic Chaotic, Riding Pillion Pragmatical, and Riding Pillion Pragmatic Chaotic. Now, if you guys are unaware what pillion refers to, I actually had no idea, but apparently it is the term for the rear passenger seat of a motorcycle or a moped. So let's just say, as a scenario or an example could be, let's say Jason is the one that's actually driving the vehicle and Lucia is in that rear passenger seat. And let's say, for example, you are selected as Lucia and there is a situation occurring between both protagonists. You can either opt to go for being romantic cool, romantic chaotic, or pragmatic cool, or pragmatic chaotic, depending on the situation. Now, of course, in these unique world romantic events, different and unique situations, and depending on how you actually go about selecting these different options, will dictate how the relationship between both protagonists actually progress throughout the story, which is very, very, very intriguing to see how it will play out, and depending on what you choose, how it can differ between player to player, which could be very, very incredible to see how actually all of this can play out. But now I want to hear from you guys in that comment section below. What do you guys think of these unique romantic world events between Lucia and Jason? Please let me know in that comment section below your thoughts. But other than that, guys, make sure to subscribe, like, and make sure to turn on those post notifications so you don't miss a video from myself, Project Vice. But other than that, guys, signing out. Make sure to stay safe and stay tuned for upcoming GTA 6 content. But other than that, guys, I am out.